Change is coming for the Elizabeth Line. One of the most impressive engineering projects in recent memory, it's received praise and criticism in equal measure since operating its first passenger trains in 2022. 200 million commuters use the line each year, but they've suffered through things like reliability issues, cancellations, and overcrowding. TfL and its partners are aiming to put this right. With that in mind, here are 10 next steps for the Elizabeth Line in 5 minutes. Step 1. New operators. From 2022, the line was initially run by the MTR Corporation from Hong Kong. Following a tender process, MTR failed to secure the renewal and were pipped to the post by GTS Rail Operations Limited, a joint bid by 3 companies which includes Tokyo Metro. This leads us nicely onto plans for Step 2, to improve reliability. Tokyo's metro system is renowned for its punctuality, something that data suggests the Elizabeth Line needs plenty more of. The Office of Road and Rail previously reported that at one time the line had logged more cancellations than any other. A large part of the issues are around the western section towards Heathrow and Reading, so commuters from this neck of the woods will be pleased to know more about Step 3, investment in the Great Western Main Line. £140 million is set to be pumped in by Network Rail to improve the track, signalling and the overhead electrification here. GWR and Heathrow Express trains have all been affected in recent years along with the Elizabeth Line services, so it's crucial that this goes well. Step 4 takes us along this stretch of line to Old Oak Common and its new station. Already a railway site with a proud history, the station being built here will become a major interchange, not just for TfL services but also for HS2, GWR and also for connections to Avanti West Coast services. It's already a significant location for the Elizabeth Line because the trains are primarily based at its £189 million depot next door, and it will soon welcome new trains. The family of Class 345 Aventry units will expand. The units were originally built between 2015 and 2019, and 10 more sets will be built by Alstom in Derby. This will bring the total number of purple trains to 80 sets, each with 9 cars, to bring the fleet up to 720 vehicles. More trains, of course, means more capacity. TfL have already done some future-proofing with this in mind, and Step 6 would see extra platform space. The platforms in the new build core section between Paddington and Abbey Wood are already 250 metres long, but if demand increases as London's population rises, more space is available beyond the existing walls, which would mean more coaches could be added to the existing trains. Talk of extensions means we can move swiftly on to some extension proposals. So let's start with an extension to Southend. The potential exists for an extension from the Lizzie Line's current eastern terminus, with some commuters keen for services to extend beyond Shenfield and into Southend. Previously, Southend-on-Sea City Council had thrown support behind the plans. From one terminus to another, could services also extend towards Kent? Chat exists about proposals to extend services beyond Abbey Wood through to the likes of Ebbsfleet and Gravesend. In 2026, it's expected that Ebbsfleet International will be reviewed for the possible reinstatement of Eurostar services, which opens the door to a possible link-up. Another tie with international travel could involve Step 8, which would see a spur from the Heathrow section through to nearby Staines. Staines has been proposed due to its proximity to Heathrow Airport, the potential for site expansion and additional storage facilities for the Class 345s, and it would also mean an additional link to South Western Railway services towards Waterloo. Perhaps the most ambitious extension chatter centres around Crossrail 2. Today's Crossrail, the original project name for the Elizabeth Line, would link up with its potential successor at Tottenham Court Road. This one is currently on pause, but it's not doomed and at the end of the line just yet. In 2024, the Department for Transport and Transport for London held talks to protect land along the proposed north-south route for safeguarding purposes with the new railway in mind. One can't be sure if Crossrail 2 will actually go ahead, but the OG Crossrail, despite its faults, remains an incredible engineering project full of potential for the future. It all makes for exciting times, hopefully with more trains running on time, and there's plenty to explore and discover along the route, and this video covers a deep dive into 101 facts about what is still London's newest railway.